Market update on the 10th. So I'm zoomed out here at first to show you where we're at in the overall chart. We have 1, 2, I can remove the A and the B actually now. I don't think this is going to be ABC now, unless we came down here to the very bottom. It's possible that this still is ABC. It could be that we get A, B, C, and then this is A, B, C higher. And like I said in the last video, then we would see another leg down after that. That is possible, so I'll put that right here as a possibility. But let's zoom in here on what happened today and go over the chart on a lower time frame. I see this as 1, 2, 3. So we have 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4. And then we have this move after we made the high this morning, pretty much right at open. We had a 5-wave move down. You can consider that, I guess, as an ABC move, but it went way past the start of this. And so it looks more like an ending diagonal or a beginning diagonal. Ending diagonal would mean that we're finished with the overall 5th wave, and most likely the overall first wave of the 5th wave. It could be the overall 5th wave, but it's most likely not. So this is either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, or it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down here in the low 350s would complete the overall 5th wave. But because this wave from here, 379 to 373, is about the same length as the 5th wave, 364 to 358, 357, I think this is completed, and I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. But and the thing is that's kind of weird about the chart right now is the low was actually made on the B wave down, and so if that's the case, it's kind of weird because we're not breaking the low, but it was a corrective move. So we actually broke the 3rd wave, but we did not break the corrective wave. So with that being said, I don't think this is low. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, and so the most likely scenario is we get a second wave from here, and the second wave would take us to 368.60 be my target for the second wave. And currently I currently have a little bit of shorts on my long-term portfolio just in case we go down tomorrow, in case this ends up being 1, 2 and we get the 3rd wave now. I have some SPXS, so we'll see what futures do tomorrow or do tonight, and we'll see how it goes tomorrow. If we break above this high, then I'll probably cut them. Maybe above this high, I might wait until 367 just to see. But I'm expecting, most likely, even though I'm holding my shorts as protection, I'm still expecting 368.60 as the second wave coming up. And then that would take us to a 3rd wave of down here to 344. We'd bounce and probably hit the pre-COVID high to complete the overall 5th wave. So that's the most likely scenario, but then again, I have the C wave down here. This is still possible. This is A, B right here, and then we would see a C wave up here. What that would mean is that we're starting the correction after this would be more like ABC, and then we would get a B wave up here, probably going into midterms to like 390-ish, and then we'd move down after midterms to probably the low 300s. This scenario would probably take us actually lower than we're projected to go now. If we're going to go down to 337 now, this would probably take us down to the low 300s. So I think that if you're bullish, you actually want to get it over with now. If this ends up being a 5-wave move, that should be it. It should be A, B, so A, B, and then C down here. that would be it. And then we could go to new all-time highs, or it could bounce to the very top and then come back down again in 2023. So yeah, pretty much I would say the most likely scenario is I would look for a bounce to, really the only two scenarios you need to look at right now are a bounce to 368, that's a second wave, and that means we're going to go lower to 344, or you need to look for we hold this high right here at 364.19 and we make a third wave down here to 353. So either way, in those cases, it's going to be bearish. The only bullish possibility is what I talked about, A, B, and then a move up to 390, probably going into midterms. So those are the three scenarios I see from here. We have FOMC on Wednesday. We have CPI on Thursday. So two huge events. And pretty much, I think whatever pattern's going to play out is obviously going to depend on what happens on those days. The VIX is still kind of what I talked about in the last video. We're waiting to see if this is actually A, B, C down here, which that would play in with the favorable bounce for the bulls up to 390. So that's a possibility. Or are we going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a fifth wave up here to the high 30s? We still have not proven that we're going to break the high. We did come close, and we'll have to see. It kind of actually looks pretty corrective on this move. It kind of looks corrective because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then there's another move, and then there's 1, 2, 3. One of those is most likely an A wave, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it looks corrective to me. So this would actually support the scenario that we are bottoming. We have A, B, wherever this wave ends, it could end lower, and then we go up to 390 going to midterms. So we'll see what happens with the VIX. Two ways it can go. Looks corrective to me. This looks like the more favorable route, but then again, like I said in the last video, we broke outside the parallel lines, and so the fifth wave is as likely in my opinion. We'll have to see what happens over the next couple of days. I think the next couple of days should give us a really good idea of what's going to happen for the rest of the year. It should, depending on where we go. So that's pretty much it on the VIX and SPY, and then you have the dollar. I don't think it did that much today. I don't think, and then yields obviously didn't do very much because the bond market was closed. The dollar even moved today. So the dollar did go up a little bit, and I think that this is another corrective wave in my opinion. You see how I drew the parallel lines. It looks pretty corrective to me. So VIX looks corrective, and so does dollar. They both look bullish for me for the overall market. So we'll have to see what the Fed says on Wednesday. That's going to be the determining factor, obviously. But we have three scenarios laid out: either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 1, 2, 344, 337 pre-COVID high, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we just bounce straight up here to 390. So that's pretty much it for today. Low volume day anyway, so I think tomorrow will be a good telltale sign of what's to come going into Wednesday. But I'll leave the key takeaways in the description. As always, please like the video and subscribe for more market updates. And let me know how you did today. Did you trade? You make any money? What are you looking for the market going into FOMC and CPI? Let me know in the comments.